Welcome back, dear K-EntBuzz family. If you're joining us for the first time, you're in for something heartfelt, powerful, and unforgettable. And to our loyal subscribers, thank you for being the soul of this channel, where Korean and Chinese celebrity moments turn into meaningful stories. Today, we're diving into a moment that left fans shaken, emotional, and more united than ever. The day Wang Yibo quietly carried an unwell Xiao Zhan home, and what the doctor later revealed about his condition will leave you stunned. Grab a cup of tea or settle into your favorite corner. It's time to unravel the emotion-packed tale behind this trending headline. It was a night that seemed ordinary until it wasn't. Xiao Zhan, the ever-graceful star loved by millions, had just wrapped up a long day of work and made a quiet appearance at a private event. But behind that familiar, gentle smile was a hidden struggle. Unbeknownst to most, his body was nearing its limit. What happened next left fans across the world shaken and deeply moved. It wasn't a manager or staff member who came to his aid. It was none other than Wang Yibo. In a moment that speaks volumes about their bond, Wang Yibo stepped in and carried Xiao Zhan home with urgency and care. But it was what the doctor later revealed about Xiao Zhan's condition that turned this emotional night into something unforgettable. It began as an ordinary day, or so fans thought. Xiao Zhan, ever composed and glowing with his usual charisma, had appeared at a private gathering among close industry friends. There was laughter, music, and lighthearted chatter. But behind that warm smile, Xiao Zhan was silently fighting something no one saw coming. He had been pushing through exhaustion and discomfort, determined not to disappoint anyone around him. But even the strongest hearts have limits, and it was Wang Yibo who noticed. Witnesses say that Xiao Zhan had looked a little pale throughout the evening. At first, it seemed like simple tiredness. After all, he had just wrapped up a whirlwind schedule that included filming, press appearances, and a few secret charity visits. But things took a turn when Xiao Zhan quietly excused himself, looking visibly weak. Wang Yibo, who had been observing him from a distance, was the first to respond. No drama, no spectacle, just concern etched into his usually stoic face. Wang Yibo followed him discreetly, and when Xiao Zhan nearly collapsed near the private lounge area, he didn't hesitate. In what fans are now calling a moment of pure friendship and love, Yibo picked him up, literally, and carried him out the back entrance to avoid drawing attention. It wasn't about headlines. It wasn't for cameras. It was one human being putting everything aside for someone who clearly needed him. What came next was equally powerful. Instead of rushing Xiao Zhan to a public hospital where fans and media could easily swarm the location, Wang Yibo took him home first. There, a trusted doctor, someone both celebrities had worked with in the past, was called immediately for private evaluation. And only days later did that doctor speak up, with Xiao Zhan's permission, to clarify what really happened that night. According to the physician, Xiao Zhan had been suffering from acute exhaustion and dehydration, conditions that could easily spiral into something more serious if left untreated. The signs were all there: fatigue, nausea, mild dizziness, and a dangerously elevated heart rate. He was on the edge of collapse, the doctor revealed in a statement shared discreetly with Xiao Zhan's fan club. It wasn't just stress, it was the culmination of months without rest, constant emotional pressure, and physical strain. The part that hit fans the hardest? The doctor also confirmed that Xiao Zhan had been hiding symptoms for days. He didn't want to worry anyone. He didn't want his team to rearrange his schedule. And most importantly, he didn't want to let his fans down. But it was Wang Yibo's intervention that possibly prevented a much more serious medical emergency. Wang Yibo's instincts and swift response likely kept Xiao Zhan from hospitalization, the doctor added. He was attentive, calm, and acted from a place of sincere care. This quiet act of friendship has reignited the emotions of fans across the globe. The hashtag #EzhanForever began trending once more. People from China, Korea, and beyond shared messages like, "Real friendship is rare in this industry, and we'll never forget what Yibo did for Xiao Zhan." Even media outlets that usually chase scandals and clickbait had nothing but praise. Articles began surfacing calling Wang Yibo the silent guardian and Xiao Zhan the resilient star with a heart too big for his own good. But for true fans, this moment wasn't about fan wars or shipping. It was a stark reminder that our idols, no matter how radiant they seem, are human. And sometimes, even the brightest stars need someone to carry them through the darkness. Those who have followed their journey, whether as co-stars, friends, or quiet companions through fame, know that this wasn't just a spontaneous rescue. There's history between them. Years of shared challenges, controversies, mutual support, and unspoken understanding. From their time on The Untamed to navigating fame's many twists and turns, these two have always seemed spiritually connected, even when they walked different paths. And in this silent moment of compassion, Wang Yibo didn't just lift Xiao Zhan physically. He showed the world what it means to show up for someone without cameras, without applause, and without expecting anything in return. Since then, Xiao Zhan has been resting and recovering. His studio released a gentle message to fans, thanking them for their concern and asking for continued patience. "Health is the foundation of everything," the statement read. "We're grateful to those who respect Xiao Zhan's space while he recuperates." As for Wang Yibo, he hasn't said a word publicly about that night. Not a post, not a comment, just business as usual, shooting schedules, rehearsals, and low-key appearances. But fans have picked up on the subtle signs. A bracelet he was seen wearing was rumored to be a gift from Xiao Zhan. A quiet smile during a fan meeting when someone brought up acts of kindness. The silence, in this case, speaks louder than anything. And maybe that's the magic of this story. It's not about noise or spectacle. It's about showing up when no one's looking. It's about real care in a world where appearances often take center stage. It's about how Wang Yibo reminded the world what loyalty looks like, and how Xiao Zhan, even in his vulnerability, inspired millions with his perseverance. So, what's next for these two? No one knows for sure. But one thing is clear: the bond they share goes deeper than what the public sees. And while the world waits for Xiao Zhan's return to the spotlight, fans everywhere are holding their breath, hoping he takes all the time he needs. To everyone reading or watching this, may this story remind you to check on your strong friends, appreciate the quiet heroes in your life, and remember that even the brightest stars sometimes need someone to carry them home. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this emotional journey. Don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to K-EntBuzz for more heartfelt updates from the world of Asian entertainment. Until next time, take care of your loved ones and yourselves.